And he would tell me, you need to send curses back to people that curse you, because that's the only way you can fight.
Because they perform rituals prior to the killing and after the killing.
The fact that you pray does not mean that you are talking to God. Yes, you do pray, but who are you talking to? So it means that there is you in between this prayer, and then there's a receiver at the end of the line. So everybody prays. But to who? This is one thing I want to address on today's episode. Yes, the traditional healer that you went to, she did pray. But to who? Who was the receiver of whatever she was saying before she attended you? So without wasting my time, your time, please do us a favor, subscribe, like, comment, share, and let's get on with it.
The level of your mercy is amazing, unending. Since I met you, Lord, all your loss I'm amending. Following your steps and your way, I'm defending.
And he would tell me, you need to send curses back to people that curse you, because that's the only way you can fight. I remember there was a time that we would go to Crossroads, at the end of the road.
Yeah.
And they would tell you, buy this color cool drink, so a red color cool drink. And when you get there, you say the names of people and you break it and you turn around.
Why are you saying the names?
You're shattering the lives of people.
Man.
Yeah, you're shattering their lives, and you're just bringing conflict, you're bringing, torment, you're bringing, depression, all these things. You're just cursing people, and that is what we were doing.
So now, while the Bible teaches us that we should bless those who curse us, right? When somebody hits you on the right, give them the left, which means that do not get tired of being good, no matter how much they mistreat you, right? No matter how much they mistreat you. But in terms of revenge, the Bible tells us that we should not take our own revenge, but we should give it to the Lord. Revenge belongs to God. Your revenge belongs to God. And this also brings us to the point of grace. Since Christ gave us grace, we are expected to give grace to the next person. That's why if you check the Lord's Prayer, there's a part where it says, forgive us as we forgive those who trespass against us. Meaning that there's a condition there. You're forgiven if you forgive. Now, that alone tells you one thing. If really these people are communicating with God, the creator of heaven and earth, then we have a problem there. Because now the spirit that talks to them tells them that no, curse a person who curses you. You need to fight back. While the word of God tells us that we should bless those who curse us. Now, this simply tells you that these people use a different spirit and not the spirit of God.
And I want to emphasize how filthy these practices are, because they are centered around sacrifices. They are centered around, you're going to the mountains, to the waters, to the caves, and all these places are filthy places. And when you get there, you're doing filthy things. So you are giving offerings, you're throwing money into the water, you are doing things that you don't understand what they signify in the spirit.
Any kind of a ritual that comes with an intention to destroy somebody's life is demonic. Doesn't matter what that person did to you, but any kind of, whether a prayer or a ritual that comes to destroy somebody else's life is demonic, and it is not from God. That's the teaching that you actually were taught by demons. And the moment you find yourself doing something like that, just know that you are into witchcraft. Does not matter how much they tell you that this is your culture, this is how we do things. Now, here's my problem with traditional practices. These practices are made to destroy your fellow black person. They can never be used in a way that is constructive towards building a better community, a better society. It's all about destroying people's lives. Some of the young people who are out there smoking drugs is not because of they went there on their own accord. Some of them are out there, apart from those who were influenced by friends, but some of them are out there because of somebody took his name, wrote it on a paper, put it inside a bottle, threw it under the river somewhere. So if we are to talk about African practices, don't ignore this part. You're not supposed to ignore this part. We have to talk about this part. We have to point this out. Because the same spirit that you claim that these are the spirits of your ancestors are the same spirits that would stop your neighbor's life from progressing. These are the same spirits.
And they do this even in our culture. When, people that we love pass away, they say, no, they're going to buy the lamb and then they're going to sacrifice it. And then they do the same thing. They smear you with these things. They shave off your hair. And that is an abomination. God doesn't like that. But they do these things. And people are standing up for their cultures and saying, this is my culture. But truly, is it your culture? Is it truly your culture?
Exactly. And here's the honest truth. There is danger in following something without fully comprehending it. Without fully understanding what something really means, there is danger. How people who are into African spirituality are following these practices. This is what they're doing. They are following these practices blindly. Now, when they follow these practices blindly, at the end of the day, you'll find out that you have initiated your whole family into something without knowing. Mind you, some of us are still trying to break generational curses that our great-grandparents left. In your family, you're not getting married. Why? Because of somebody did something. Somebody gave demons allowance to come and stop progress in your family. Now, everybody's not getting married in your family. You are all single mothers.
And that's your culture. Your culture is demonic. That's what you're saying. Because look at all the practices. I mean, they feed you the children. They give them the rib of the animal.
Serious?
I mean, yeah. Like, what is the purpose of that? Think about what that signifies in the spirit. You understand? You're getting married to the animal. You're getting married. It is a spiritual marriage.
This is one thing that the enemy has done to the youth in Africa right now. By fooling them that these spirits, familiar spirits, marine spirits, things that happen under the marine kingdom and all that, they actually told you that this is an African way to do things. So you're gonna find yourself in a position where you affirm familiar spirits, demonic things, and you are welcoming demonic things into your home in the name of I have a calling, in the name of this is my culture. And before you know it, you'll be gone in the name of you are an African. We are accepting these practices, we are accepting these things in the name of we are Africans. The enemy uses identity against you. According to you, familiar spirits are part of your identity. According to you, marine spirits are part of your identity. And the minute you affirm these things, what you are simply telling us is that your culture is demonic.
Because they will know that so and so is going to commit a crime. Because they perform rituals prior to the killing and after the killing. That's why if before and after, they wash igas, they wash
I've heard that.
blood. They must perform certain ritual. Now, that's why even when they've got what we call a number on your name, meaning your name is on the hit list, and they can't find you for 3-4 months without killing you, they need to go back and perform certain rituals again. They call it busy dlozilako. They want your ancestors now to respond because you are not easily killed.
Okay, so here's the thing. I oftenly hear people say things like, even criminals do pray, right? Even criminals do pray. Now, remember the question I asked when we started this, that everybody does pray, yes. But the question is, who do they pray to? This is like making a phone call. Everybody can call, but who is at the end of the phone call? So everybody prays. But the question is, who do they pray to? You do pray, but who are you praying to? Who is at the receiving end of your prayer? For example, these guys, when they say that everybody prays, firstly, they are praying for themselves to be empowered, right? They are praying that they become empowered so that they can be able to 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 assassinate a person, so that they can be able to hit a cash in transit heist, so that they can be able to do their criminal activities in ways that are successful, right? Yeah. So now the question is, if they are really empowered, who empowers them? Who empowers them to carry out these heists? Those people who perform spells on other people, who gives them the power to perform those spells? Listen, one thing I know, right? One thing I know, even false prophets within the church, those guys who perform miracles in the church, most of them go through traditional healers. They'll never tell you that they fasted. They'll never tell you that they prayed, but they'll tell you that we went to sangomas. So who empowers these people? Is it God? Is it the creator of heaven and earth? Or it's somebody else? Who empowers these people? It's a question you have to sit down and ask yourself, because on a surface level, they look innocent. On a surface level, they look innocent. But once you go deeper, everybody who started, they started as if it's all innocent. But once you start digging deeper, it all gets darker and darker. So this is how I'm going to close it, that everybody prays, but who do they pray to? That's the question. For example, if you remember what happened in the book of Acts, Paul and company are walking, and then this girl comes from behind, and then she's like, "These are men of God." And then Paul got fed up, right? And he was like, "Leave the girl." The spirit left. Now, was the girl telling a lie? No, she wasn't. The girl was not telling a lie. Paul and company were men of God, right? They were men of God. But the spirit that was actually saying that Paul was a man of God, that was not the spirit of God. It was another spirit. The Bible tells us that it was a spirit of divination, of which most of these people operate under, right? Of which most of these people operate under. So, in most times when these people pray, as they say that they are praying, at the receiving end, it is these things. It's not your late grandmother. No, it is these things. So, yeah, that's it for today. And that's all I have for today. Until the next one, God bless.